Let's go, it's the Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show. The story starts off with a village getting attacked by a dragon. That sounds pretty familiar, huh? Okay, jokes aside, the beginning is actually pretty awesome and exciting. The dragon destroys the town and then goes and slaps the shit out of you. After you survive its attacks, it looks at you, rips out your heart, and eats it. Kind of hard not to call this a wacky yet exciting start to a game. As Mr. No Heart Man continues his journey, you begin to learn that you are an arisen. You have to find the dragon and get your heart back, or at least try to find out why you're still alive without a heart. The plot itself is almost non-existent, save for every few story quests every couple of hours, which is disappointing because this is an exciting beginning and I was hoping to be pushed further into this interesting, compelling plot that you just don't get.
Him who knows that I know what he seeks to know, knows it well, while he who knows not what I know.
That's what you got side quests though for, right? I mean, you'll be able to talk to NPCs, actually be interested in what they say. You do some awesome quests where you feel like you're changing the NPC's life or helping them out in some way, right? Right? Nope. They feel very, very generic, which really sucks. The NPCs are boring and they feel like they never say anything exciting, or they're just really, what the hell is this? A generic MMO type crap, and you'll probably skip it just to get to the objective. Story-wise, I feel like this is a missed opportunity. They could have had a story that moves you and involves you in these like epic quests, and instead you just get this MMO type quest shit going on most of the time. Well, not the worst story in gaming history or anything, it just comes off really forgettable, and that's pretty much a bad thing. Graphic-wise, this game just feels like a mixed bag. On one hand, you have this wonderful, colorful world to explore. The effects can range from cool looking to, oh my fucking god, I just dropped a rainstorm of meteors or created this ice storm. Lighting monsters on fire and see gigantic beasts actually on fire and running around all crazy. Looks awesome and more importantly funny. The armor is decent enough and you can go into decent customization with different armors and weapons, which is nice. Of course, with the good you have to have some of the bad, right? Pop-ups like crazy, character models for NPCs look mostly like shit. Weird as hell animations at times, tons of clipping, which usually isn't a problem for me. But when you got a gigantic troll getting stuck in a wall, it takes away from the freaking game and it makes it look funny. And you're just standing there slashing the troll while he's stuck in a wall and you're just like, what the hell? Also, frame rate seems to have a little bit of a problem most of the time. Still, the lush environments and the crazy looking effects make it a plus in my book. I enjoyed the design of this game a lot. Okay kids, this is an RPG, so I'm about to go into detail like crazy on this. Gameplay wise, Dragon Dogma is such a hard game to judge. Ambitious ideas with some really cool moments that really shine, but are often hindered by small flaws and just drag it down. Right off the bat, you choose your class. Soon after that, you start your journey, and then a few hours later can switch into more advanced classes. They are basically hybrid classes like Mystic Knight or Mage Archer. What's really great is it's easy to get into the class, and they each have their own set of attacks, power-ups, and they all play very differently. This is really important because you want to try different classes and make it fun each and every time. The game is split into exploring and fighting. The game seems to have the right idea for both, but just not a polish on some of the things. The exploring is fun because going to see this wonderful looking world is beautifully done. However, the problem with this game is there's so much walking. So much walking to the point where you wonder why there's no quick travel. And now you're buying these gems that are expensive as fucking shit, but you gotta only transfer to the main town. You can only transfer back to the main town. Whatever, that sounds okay, right? However, if you explore for say an hour or two all the way to like the north region, go back to the main town to rest and do all that, you gotta rewalk all the way back to the north place if you want to continue exploring. Oh, you do get this thing about halfway through the game that you can set down, and then you can travel to that place too, but you only can use one at a time. It's just a real pain in the ass. It really is. Come on. On the better half, the combat is a blast most of the time. Besides a few crazy events, when you climb up a monster and for some reason you get stuck on them and you can't let go, or go through him, or miss a grab despite you grabbing onto his face, the gameplay though, in combat, shines. Quick, fast, and fun. That's the key. Each class will give you a different feel, but I stuck mostly with my sword and shield. I love the feel of the shield being protective, yet you can use it to hurt enemies or just kind of stun them. And the sword attacks range from wide slashes to sticking it right into the monster's stomach and twisting it. It's just beautiful. Or just an upward slash. There's all different ones you can mix and match with. There's a ton of attacks you can learn, and then you can also get these abilities, which for each class has their own abilities, say like more strength or quicker movement, so on. And then you can mix and match those with different classes. So it really does make it interesting, and you really are making your own hybrid character. Unless you play every single class and get everything, then you're fucking crazy. The game will offer a decent challenge, giving you some tough enemies, while others making enemies look just laughable. I don't usually mind this, but when a dragon one-shots me and I have to restart like 20 minutes, it's really annoying. An indication of some sort to tell me that there's a big fucking dragon over there is going to kill me in one shot would be nice. However, the exploring is there for a reason, so explore, as they say. The save idea is fucking retarded. Let me tell you right now before you say, it's just a save system, it shouldn't matter. Well, it kind of fucking did for my case. I don't mind the fact that it doesn't auto-save much. I can blame myself for that and not saving enough. My issue is having the one save, meaning I can't create a different character on the same hard drive. I gotta be careful when I save because there's no way that you can go down to a different save. Like, oh, I saved 3 hours ago, I want to redo this a different way. Nope, can't do it. You're fucked. You're just fucked in the ass. Restart the entire campaign because chances of an autosave happening will occur, and then you're like, damn it, I didn't want to do that. I failed that mission, I want to do it again, blah, blah, blah. It don't matter. You're fucked. One save. Capcom, seriously, don't do that. Fighting normal baddies is fun, but the true funness comes from the big bad beast. Jumping on the back of a monster and climbing them and slashing them till they fall to the ground is so much fun. The big monsters like Cyclopses and Griffins can really be exciting. I gotta say, I was impressed with all the different movements they do. Plus, on top of that, the challenge of them just hitting you 3 times and you're fucked. Makes it challenging and you're always on your feet. It's like an adrenaline rush. Side missions are a real drag. The main fun missions are the story missions or simply hunt down those big ass monsters. Side missions mostly revolve around you chasing people, which is dumb. Collecting an item from somewhere a billion feet away, not fun. Or talking to a guy or girl in the next town over, which can again take 15 minutes to get to, not fun. So for the most part, the side missions are not fun. Which sucks because, well, with a Western feel RPG, you would hope that the side missions would kind of be the highlight. The tracker is also broken at times, not wanting to actually pinpoint where you want to go. So sometimes it'll pinpoint a location, but no one's there. You gotta wait like 30 seconds and then suddenly they pop up, not walk up, but pop up. Or sometimes they're just not showing you where to go and you just kind of gotta guess. It can be really annoying, and overall the tracking system is just a piece of shit and needs a revamp. The pawn system is the last feature I want to talk about, and one of my favorite features in the entire game. You create a pawn in the beginning of the game, and you fully customize him or her. As you progress in the game with her or him, you can slowly level them up, give them their own skill, obviously their own class, all that stuff, make them look the way you want. While doing this, your character data will be uploaded online, and then your friends, or anybody really, but your friends mostly, can download those characters into his or her game. Once he does, he is basically using them on whatever missions that he wants. Any items that they gather in those missions, or any items given by that person after they let him go, will be transferred back to your game. I love having this awesome, unique twist, since I feel like instead of just a gigantic party filled of generic people from the game, I have my whole party filled with my awesome friends' friends. So it's like friends of a friend of a friend, you know what I'm saying? Awesome feature, definitely a unique and fun one in the game. If you're still somehow with me in this review, God bless you, and really this is probably the most in-depth review I went with because there's a lot of good and bad. But let's say this, I enjoy Dragon's Dogma most of the time. I really would get frustrated at the amount of bullshit walking. I mean, I feel if I walked in real life as much as I do in this game, I'd be like the skinniest freaking human alive. I also really hated the tracker, for it didn't want to work at times. And I also got bored with barely any story to keep me motivated at times. However, when those trolls attack me, or a griffin flying down to strike my face with his talons, or a chimera monster rushing in to kill me, well, holy shit, that got me excited. Not in that sexual way, but in that nerdy, holy shit, there's a huge monster, kill it way. And hey, that's what we play games for, right, my nerds? To have memorable, fun moments. The game offers a ton of content, on top of even more content coming with tons of more missions eventually in DLC form. So this game, content-wise, will give you hours upon hours upon hours of crazy amount of hours of gameplay. I for one love the idea the gameplay section of the game turned out in terms of combat and the lovely world and the cool pawn system, all great. However, key elements to making a game easier to play in terms of having a good time were sadly missing. Next game needs to have a quick travel system. There's no excuse. Fix graphical issues so they don't take you out of this fun world, and a far better story, or at least a more consistent one, or have side quests that actually make you feel like you mattered. I just came from Game of Thrones, and for some reason that had better side quests than this. I give Dragon's Dogma a 7.5, and I believe it's a good game. It's just a game that I felt could have been a great game if it wasn't for a few flaws holding it back. However, if you're looking for a fun and exciting Monster Hunter, not the game Monster Hunter, but hunting monsters, you're really going to enjoy this type of game. But anybody looking for more in-depth, more deeper, more story-driven, it's all missing here. And just get ready to walk a lot. Jenny Craig should totally, like, sponsor this shit.